go back here? I was worried.
All right, good morning. Please be seated. So I'm Tariq Zodi. I'm honored to serve as the faculty marshal for today's celebration. Welcome to today's College of Engineering commencement ceremony, honoring master's and doctoral students. We're delighted to have you all here today to share this special day. Today's ceremony is webcast. If you'd like to share the address with family and friends, it is engineering.berkeley.edu/BEgrad19. To everyone who's already turned in, welcome. To begin the ceremony, we've invited singers from the UC Men's Chorale to sing the national anthem. Please stand. Thank you so much. Please be seated. This morning's commencement ceremony is devoted entirely to our master's and doctoral candidates. In front of us are nearly 800 exceptional individuals who have earned a graduate degree from Berkeley Engineering this year. UC Berkeley is recognized as a world leader in graduate education with more top-ranked graduate programs than any other university in the world. The programs in Berkeley Engineering are no exception, and while that says many great things about our faculty, it says wonderful things about you all. Each of you deserves to be very proud of your accomplishment. We have a great program planned this morning, and we ask that everyone please stay for the entire event out of respect for all of our graduates. To offer the first of what will be many congratulations to our graduates, I'm pleased to present Tsu-Jae King Liu, Dean of the College of Engineering. Please welcome Dean Liu.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, graduates. One of my privileges as Dean is to preside over the College of Commencement ceremonies. Words cannot express my excitement to be able to be here with you to celebrate your milestone accomplishment. This honor is shared by all of my faculty colleagues. We have witnessed your transformation into engineering leaders through a rigorous curriculum and through research experiences that gave you opportunities to develop as individual contributors and as members of multidisciplinary teams to solve challenging problems. What you might not know is that we, the faculty, also learn from and are inspired by our students. Your capstone projects and research projects have helped to expand the foundation of knowledge from which we will provide better engineering solutions. So now we take great pride in sending you off into the real world as graduate degree holders from the top engineering school in the world. Congratulations. We hope that as you embark on the next phase of your life, you will advance our public mission as inclusive leaders who create new knowledge and solutions equitably for the benefit of our diverse society. We know that in order to develop the best products, processes, and systems, we must include and value the perspective and ideas of people who come from different backgrounds and who think differently than we do. Berkeley engineers already are known for their grit and their ability to solve problems and to innovate. My hope is that your reputation also will include advocacy for a fair and inclusive society. I have no doubt that you will make Berkeley Engineering proud. Stay in touch and go Bears! I now have the honor of introducing our exceptional student commencement speaker, Ikena Brown. Ikena is a general surgeon who graduates today with a Master of Translational Medicine degree. Ikena actually already has had an impressive career trajectory, even before he came to Berkeley. He was born in Trinidad and Tobago. Ikena and his family emigrated to Canada, where he pursued his studies in the fields of health and medicine. He earned his Bachelor of Science degree in neuroscience from the University of Toronto, graduating with honors. And then he continued to the University of Alberta to earn his medical degree. He trained as a surgeon at the Cummings School of Medicine in Calgary. And remarkably, while he was here pursuing his master's degree, he maintained his surgical practice. This really puts our own commutes to work in perspective. Last year, Ikena became a fellow of the Royal College of Surgeons of Canada. Fellowship in this college is granted to surgeons who have demonstrated a commitment to continuing professional development, and that clearly is true of Ikena. He balances his work in medicine and research with a love of soccer and jazz. He is a saxophone player. Please join me in welcoming Ikena Brown as our graduate student commencement speaker.
Dean Liu, faculty, colleagues, guests, and family members, good morning, and thank you all for joining us today. And to the graduating class of 2019, congratulations. You've definitely earned it. Imagine a future in which anything is possible. A future in which human potential knows no limits. One in which the power of innovation is truly boundless. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, that just sounds like that TED Talk I heard last week. Or maybe you're thinking, that's just a ripoff of the slogan from your favorite sports brand. But what if I told you that perhaps that future is truly here? What if I said that every person seated in this theater is living in the future we've been dreaming of for a long time? Well, that's the way I felt when I first stepped foot on campus here at Berkeley. It was as if I stepped out of a time capsule and suddenly found myself on an episode of The Jetsons. I'm talking about motorized skateboards controlled by handheld devices, aerodynamic helmets with LED lighting, and the KiwiBot. Little robots on wheels that literally navigate street traffic to deliver meals. To me, it felt like a scene out of Blade Runner. But the energy and creativity of Berkeley permeated the very atmosphere. And that is what makes this campus a special place. The Master of Translational Medicine program is well renowned back home, and I thought it would be the perfect way to develop my passion for healthcare innovation. So, armed with my knowledge and training as a general surgeon, I made my way down to the Bay Area. I left Canada with what I thought was a well-informed worldview and an enlightened vision of what the future of technology, and particularly healthcare technology, could look like. After all, I had seen firsthand the refinement of complex open-heart procedures. I've witnessed improvements in intricate abdominal surgeries such as the transplantation and removal of various organs. But little did I know that I was embarking on a journey that would forever change the way I think about innovation. Quite frankly, I didn't know what to expect. The post-election rhetoric, combined with my status as a Canadian citizen born in Trinidad and Tobago, or as I like to call it, an immigrant twice removed, certainly made for some interesting conversations at airport security. But once I got here, the warmth and hospitality I experienced immediately underscored the fact that Berkeley is like nowhere else. The culture of inclusiveness, open-mindedness, and respect was palpable. The rich history of innovation seemed to be ingrained in the very walls of each and every lecture hall. And as I learned of the many groundbreaking discoveries that were made right here on this campus, I finally understood what 150 years of light truly means. As most of you may know, our healthcare system is quite different in Canada, but our goal is the same, and that is to ensure that every member of our society has access to the tools necessary to ensure the highest quality of life attainable. It is the pursuit of this goal that unites us all, physicians and engineers alike. My experience here at Berkeley has taught me that the definition of attainable is an ever-moving target, and it's a target that should serve to motivate us all to keep pushing the limits of what we perceive to be possible. That is the engine that drives innovation. What do I mean? Well, a number of new and exciting companies with roots right here at Berkeley are poised to redefine the standard of medical care. For example, prior to 1901, laparoscopic surgery was inconceivable. Fast forward to 2019, and Intuitive Surgical, a company founded by a Cal graduate, is leading the field of minimally invasive surgery through the use of robotic devices. This technology allows for the possibility of performing surgery on a patient hundreds of miles away. Juvena Therapeutics, another company founded by a Cal graduate, is revolutionizing the field of tissue engineering. And Voyage Biomedical, a company founded by students in the Master of Translational Medicine class of 2019, is developing a device that could potentially preserve brain function even when the heart has stopped beating. That's the promise of healthcare, and that's the power of innovation. There's a level of enthusiasm, excitement, and hope that is so infectious here at Berkeley that you can't help but absorb it. As we reflect on our sacrifices as well as our triumphs, my dream is that every graduate seated here today would make a conscious decision to take this Berkeley culture into your future careers. As you could probably tell, I'm incredibly optimistic about our future. My experience here has allowed me to appreciate the intersection of medicine, surgery, and engineering through a new lens. As a new graduate, I can now imagine a range of new possibilities, and I'm confident that this holds true for all of us. So, for those of us who have had the privilege of hearing the bell chime at the Campanile, may those memories forever serve as a call to action. As we start this new phase of our lives, I look forward to our continued evolution as disruptors, pioneers, and innovators. Thank you. And go Bears!
Thank you, Akina, for such an inspiring speech and for bringing out the sunshine. Now it is my great honor to introduce an esteemed Berkeley Engineering alumna, Elizabeth Hausler, who will deliver today's commencement address. Elizabeth was a PhD student here in civil engineering when a 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck the state of Gujarat in India, killing more than 20,000 people and destroying almost 1 million homes. This was the inspiration for her life's work. In 2004, 2 years after earning her PhD, she launched Build Change, a nonprofit that designs and builds disaster-resistant structures using cost-effective local materials. Elizabeth understood that to ensure change which lasts, she needed a solution that was more inclusive and empowering for local residents. This is why Build Change, which now operates on 3 continents, trains homeowners and craftsmen in best practices so that they can continue to build homes and schools that will withstand disasters well into the future. Her nonprofit has influenced global development policy by making resilience a major consideration for reconstruction efforts. This is becoming increasingly important in an era of ever-increasing natural disasters. Elizabeth, who is now the CEO of Build Change, is the recipient of numerous professional honors, including Berkeley's Campanile Excellence Achievement Award. She is also a member of the Academy of Distinguished Alumni of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. In interviews about her company, Elizabeth talked about how Build Change was addressing a social justice issue. Everyone deserves the right to a safe house, she said, regardless of their income. I think you'll agree that Elizabeth and Build Change illustrate perfectly the ethos of benefiting society that we hold so dear at Berkeley Engineering. On top of all of that, Elizabeth is a skilled brick, block, and stone mason. She developed these skills while working summer construction jobs with her father. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Elizabeth Hausler.
Thank you, Dean Liu. Good morning, everyone. I had this great opening line prepared for the event that it was pouring with rain, but I'm so glad I don't have to use it. It's just so perfect the way the sun has just come out. So I'll just say congratulations. Congratulations, you're graduating from the best public engineering school in the world. Well done. So just take a deep breath. Take a moment to take it all in. It's really incredible. So you are engineers, and my guess is that you probably learned how to draw a straight line. Either draw it by hand, code a machine to do it, make your data fit to a linear relationship. Somewhere along the line, you figured out how to get from point A to point B in a linear fashion, right? Yeah. So my 6-year-old son, he can draw a straight line. But now I think about it, he actually doesn't really like to draw straight lines. He'd rather draw the squiggly, curvy lines. The lines look different every time you draw them. They're a lot more fun to draw. There are infinite possibilities with a curvy line, with a curvy path, and only one way to draw a straight line. The curvy path is more natural, it's more variant. There are more discoveries around the corner. It's the curvy path that leads to the most interesting, perhaps the most sustainable, the most resilient solutions. Which is what engineers are faced with now. Complex, curvy, interesting problems. The simple problems that can be represented by straight lines, by simple algorithms, by basic pieces of code. Those problems have already been solved. So we have work to do. And I'm so thrilled and honored to be talking to the people who I know can do it. My generation, we got better at responding to disasters. It is your generation that will prevent disaster. You will prevent disaster. The world needs to be designed for stronger winds, for more water, for less water, for more devastating earthquakes, for wilder fires, for more people, for more political chaos, for technologies used in ways they weren't intended. You will prevent disaster, but it will likely require traveling along a curvy path. So take the curvy path, but don't take it alone. People often ask me, can one person change the world? And my answer is yes, but they need a lot of help from their friends. So engineers can save the world, but overcoming some of the world's most pressing problems is not just an engineering challenge. You have to change policy. You may have to build a business model. You may have to access financing. You may have to make some tough decisions. You may have to choose between doing what's right and doing what's easy. You may have to confront corruption. You may have to dig deep into your Berkeley roots and understand what free speech means here, today, and now. So figure out what only you can do and build a team and a network to do the rest. So along my curvy path, I figured out how to design and build safe houses, affordable, dignified, disaster-resilient houses that can withstand earthquakes and hurricanes. But I never learned how to cook. I somehow missed that stop along the curvy path. Asked me to produce more than scrambled eggs and I'm lost. But that's okay, because thank goodness for apps and KiwiBots and technology and loved ones that can make healthy food easy and accessible. So for the women who have made it this far, I see you. You're all over it. It's awesome. It's great. Congratulations. We already know you have the grit and the courage and the boldness and the talent. I really applaud you. We especially need you to help prevent disaster. Do you know that some of the most innovative innovations, some of the most profoundly impactful engineering solutions intended to keep us safe were invented by women? The fire escape, the windshield wiper, the Kevlar vest, invented by women. I experienced a great deal of equality, of opportunity here at Berkeley, for which I will always be so grateful. No gender bias. I was really fortunate here. But there's still so much of it out there. So all kinds of bias. So thank you for trailblazing. Thank you for using your power to clear the path for the people who will come after you. Because the best solutions can come from anywhere and anyone. When we started building houses in Indonesia after the Indian Ocean tsunami, I was pretty confident with the foundation and the walls, being a geotech and a bricklayer. What I was getting worried was we were getting top of the building because I'm really not a very good carpenter. I really wasn't sure how to connect the roof together. So we found the best carpenter in the village, and he designed the best solution for us. There was no need to reinvent the wheel. The solution was already there. So before I discovered the excitement of understanding how earthquakes affect buildings and people, I was an environmental engineer. And I remember reading these old studies that said the solution to pollution was dilution. I don't know if that ever worked, and it certainly isn't going to work now, when the climate is less resilient and the population is so much larger. So now, I think the solution to pollution is inclusion. Engineering solutions that work for everyone. Along the curvy path of an engineer, you may not find glamour and recognition. Engineers are the reasons why airplanes fly. We are the reasons buildings and bridges don't collapse in earthquakes. We can harness energy from the sun. We can take pictures of Mars and beyond. We can ensure everyone has access to clean drinking water. But when was the last time you saw a civil engineer on the cover of Time magazine? So be prepared for no glamour and no recognition. And sometimes it's dark along the curvy path. I'm sure you've heard a lot about failure. It's good to fail. We learn from failure. We test things to failure. It's all true. But no matter how many ways you spin it, failure is still tough. It's still tough. But you have gone to University of California, Berkeley. You have 150 years of light behind you. You can always find the light. You can reach back to your fellow students, your professors, your network. You can find your way along the curvy path. Let there be light. And embrace the joy along the curvy path and the sun coming out. I grew up in a small town outside of Chicago. I worked for my dad's small construction business during the summer, laying bricks and building houses. And what I remember most, in the afternoon, it would get kind of quiet on the construction site. Just the sound of bricks clinking and trowel scraping, and my dad would just shout out, "How time flies when you love your work." So make sure you find joy and love along that curvy path. So just one last point, and I'll let you move along, continue your celebration, and enjoy the next leg of your curvy path. At the end of the graduate program, instead of becoming a professor or going back to the private sector, I took a Fulbright fellowship to India. That earthquake had just killed 20,000 people. I thought this was wrong. Most people die because their unreinforced masonry house collapsed on them. This is a man-made problem, so I thought there must be a woman-made solution. But I remember the look on my parents' face when I told them I was going, after all this education, I was going to go live in India on $400 a month and help people rebuild. And they tried to show their support, but it was a thin veil. It was a thin veil, unable to hide their bewilderment and disappointment. This was the curvy path to them. They didn't have the opportunity to go to college, and the curvy path was scary. It was full of risk, full of uncertainty, full of insecurity. So to all the parents and partners and families and friends who have worked so hard to help us, to help you, thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your hard work as we all walk down these curvy paths towards safety, toward engineering solutions that benefit everyone, toward economic and social inclusion, toward preventing disaster, and toward the light. But thank you most of all for your unconditional love. Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth, for sharing your insights with us. It's a great honor to have you here with us today. We now have a very special presentation for you. I'd like to invite Fiona Doyle, Vice Provost for Graduate Studies and Dean of the Graduate Division, to the lectern.
Good morning, everybody. The Berkeley Citation is one of the highest honors given to faculty by the university. It's awarded to those who have exceeded the already lofty standards of excellence in their fields and in their service to the university. Today, I'm delighted to announce that two of our engineering faculty members are recipients of the Berkeley Citation. Before I announce their names, I should note that we take great care to ensure that this honor remains a surprise to the awardees until the moment it's presented. So, drumbeat, without further ado, I would like to invite Professors Andrew Packard and Paul Wright in the Department of Mechanical Engineering to please join me at the lectern. So just taking things in alphabetical order, I'll start by saying a few things about Andy Packard. He holds the Fanuc Chair in Mechanical Systems, Andy joined our faculty 30 years ago, and he's also an alum, as you can see from his regalia, earning his bachelor's and PhD degrees at Berkeley Engineering. A pioneer of robust control theory, Andy's work has had a profound impact on industrial systems design. The robust control toolbox he helped create is used by NASA, Airbus, Lockheed, and other leading companies, and his software tools are included in the curriculum of hundreds of universities. While Andy's scholarly influence is felt worldwide, we truly value him as a gifted teacher and a selfless, tireless mentor. Andy, it's with tremendous gratitude for your service that I present you with the Berkeley Citation. Please stand and enjoy your certificate. Paul Wright is an internationally recognized leader in design, 3D printing, and manufacturing. He's credited with inventing the first open architecture control of manufacturing systems, expanding the control of machine tools, and transforming the way design and manufacturing information was shared. Often ahead of his time, his lab operated one of the first 3D printers at Berkeley in the 1990s, and he pioneered the instructional integration of computer science with manufacturing. Paul joined our faculty in 1991, and his contributions to our campus have been nothing short of exemplary. He was founder and co-director of the Berkeley Manufacturing Institute, co-director of the Berkeley Wireless Research Center, and director of the Berkeley Engineering and Climate Institute. He served as chief scientist and then director of the Center for Information Technology Research in the Interests of Society, or CITRIS. Under Paul's leadership, CITRIS, headquartered here at Sutaja Dye Hall, grew to encompass more than 300 researchers across 4 UC campuses. Paul, for your stellar research contributions and leadership, I'm honored to present you with this Berkeley Citation. To both professors, thank you for all you have given to the university and to the college.
So commencement is a proud day for graduates and their families. It's also a proud moment for the University of California. The degrees conferred by the university attest to the high achievements of our students and to the fulfillment of the primary task of the university, which is to advance knowledge. Today's ceremony recognizes engineers who have earned the degrees of Masters of Engineering, Masters of Advanced Study, Masters of Science, Masters of Translational Medicine, or the Doctor of Philosophy. I'd like to invite all the graduates to express your appreciation to your family and friends who have supported you in your pursuit of the graduate degree. Please stand up and give them an enthusiastic cheer. So we know what a special day this is to many of you, and you'll be taking photographs. We ask that you please keep the aisles clear in consideration for those seated. It's now time to grant our candidates their hard-earned degrees and recognize each of them by name. Vice Provost Fiona Doyle will return to the lectern to confirm the master's degrees, and we're honored to have Vice Provost Doyle join us here today. She's going to retire at the end of June this year after a remarkable 36-year career at UC Berkeley. She's been a longtime leader in the College of Engineering and campus and a champion of student services and an influential pioneer in mineral engineering. Vice Provost Doyle, thank you so much. Let's give her a cheer. The master's degrees will be conferred in the following order. First, the Master of Engineering. This is a one-year degree that combines intensive study in engineering specialization with coursework in business and leadership principles, all integrated by an industry capstone project. Second, a Master's of Advanced Study in Integrated Circuits. This online degree program provides in-depth, cutting-edge knowledge in the field of integrated circuits. And third, the Master of Science. This degree is granted to individuals who have completed a course of study demonstrating a mastery or high-level overview of a specific field of engineering. And lastly, the Master of Translational Medicine, a joint program with UCSF that prepares students to use translational research and technology innovation to improve healthcare. Vice Provost Fiona Doyle, please step forward to grant the degrees.
Just before we start, I'll ask all of our master's graduates to make sure that your tassels are on the right. For most of them are right, but I've been checking there are a few of them that need to go over to the right for a couple more seconds. Thank you. So without further ado, will the candidates for the Master of Engineering degree please rise? In my authority as Vice Provost for Graduate Studies at the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Master of Engineering. Stay standing and leave the tassels where they are. We'll get to that in a minute or two. Will the candidates for the Master of Advanced Study in Integrated Circuits degree please rise? In my authority as Vice Provost for Graduate Studies at the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Master of Advanced Study in Integrated Circuits. Please remain standing. Will the candidates for the Master of Science degree please rise? In my authority as Vice Provost for Graduate Studies of the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Master of Science. And please remain standing. And finally, last but by no means least, will the candidates for the Master of Translational Medicine degree please rise? In my authority as Vice Provost for Graduate Studies of the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Master of Translational Medicine. And now we'll get to the tassels. I now invite all of our master degrees candidates to move the tassel on your caps from the right side to the left. This proud tradition now marks your new status as Berkeley Engineering graduates. Congratulations. You may now all be seated.
So master's degree certificates to candidates by Dean Tsu-Jae King Liu and Executive Associate Dean Phil Kaminsky will be presented. We begin with the Masters of Engineering candidates, who will be introduced by the directors of the Fung Institute for Engineering Leadership, Lee Fleming, and the faculty director, Alex Believ, Director of Academic Capstone Experiences.
Okay. Sorry? Alex will be the first person. Dean Liu, the candidates for the Master of Engineering degree in the Department of Bioengineering are
Meryl Dinden, Oscar Rademacher, Thomas Galian, Prithith Natarajan, Saurabh Parikh, Chaitanya Jain, Zihui Zhu, Yushuo Chen, Yishun Tan, Shinshin Mo, Younger Shu, Runkang Chen, Vu Tran, Jessica Wu, Clemence Wormser, Shweta Kotkar, Oluwatodimu Richard Raji, Paula Schultes, Jesse Yang, Naveen Kumaran, Chu Chu Zhang, Matthew Kennedy, Neil Chakravarti, Xiao Han Chuang, Chiayu Cheng, Eunice Sherkat, Pooja Rao, Davide Asnagi, Lucie Derbier, Alva Liang.
the candidates for the Master of Engineering degree in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering are
Anna Matsokina, Tsining Wang, Ariel Jarvis, Marc-Antoine Lou, Elias Bourgine, Pierre-Louis Missler, Arthur Aumont, Farah Hassan, Maria Paula Carlacena, Leon Wu, Yang Li, Sharon Wang, Danyan Qian, Yikong Zhu, Lei Zhu.
the candidates for the Master of Engineering degree in the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences are Yilun Tang, Crystal Yun, Takashi Kobayashi, Yelun Zheng, Joran Duan, Xinyi Zheng, Gregory Capra, Linyi Gu, Naiju Fan, Yiwen Shiye, Shiye Zhou, Miying Zi, Xian Nan Di, Chao Xingu, Zheqing Yu, Tianshao Hu, Xian Yue Zhu, Xiangying Shen, Fan Zhang, Xuan Cheng, Yufan Sun, Si Feng, Sa Chui Zhou, Shao Yun Jiao, Qiyu Ding, Xin Yu, Antoine Ru, Matu Yu, Louis Renault, Hasith Rajakaruna Nayaka, Craig Young, Daniel Benia John, Ryan Peck, ZP Bei Li, Lingling Ma, Hanfei Ren, Chester Moon, Li Kai Wei, Yun Wu, Gabe Montague, Ajwin Shrikant, Omar Clinton, Simran Modvani, Kajwal Yagnik, Patrick Chen, Yifang Li, Eddie Lan, Yingying Liao, Sean Ho, Umang Sharaf, Delnoza Babakalova Nova, Aditi Ghosh, Kelu Capello, Caitlin Kwan, Shang Chao, Zi Zheng, Louis Huang, Jiazhen Lin, Tingting Li, Li Chen Wang, Yui Shi, and Sikui Wang. The candidates for the Master of Engineering degree in the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research are Inez Mezereg, Yoya Ang Zhong, Shine Sheyan, Michelle Shiwa Li, Jeff Pung, Eric Lowe, Edward Tiong, Ann Nat Win, Wei Tan, Jing Wang, Shivan Mistry, Jinling He, Shruti Thomas, Jidapa Thanapasis, Samsukun Sambun, Fei Ren, Ziyu Li, Lu Wang, Brenton Su, Waizilu Wu, Zihang Pan, Weiling Wang, Sushita Banerjee, Priyanka Pandey, Ayish Venkateswaraman, Yikshin Zhao, Zhao Rui Zheng, Lizung Hung Li, Oliver Wu, Yihong Wang, Kai Li, Christy Chen, Yui Yu, Gregory Bettman, Muriel Max, Kenneth Lim, Florian Fesch, Lucas Fisher, Lawrence Zhang, Ryan Corley, Naima El-Bori, Louis Toloy Kloat, Emma Lainer, Sarang Zambare, Xiaoya Lai, Wu Bai, Anirudh Chadi, Weiwen D, Ambrose Levrard, Yu Vinier, Andy Zati, Clement Rowan, Ann Spitz, Kishida Bakalis, Rihan Shah, Arjun Patesi, Udne Kumar, Michelle Sadkin, Alvaro Garcia, Anderson Zhang, Manxia Shannon, Ji Fan, Lan Wei, Hadong Zhu, Wenbo Zhu, Yiran Li, Yitong Wang, River Hu, Yishuang Chen, Yunjin, Wanling Khan, Eunice Gui, Abigail Shelton, Yichen Li, Claire Shu-Kui Lim, Jia Lu, Ivan Anderson Kam, Ramon Lim, Rahul Shahini, Georgios Pirlomentos, Chad Osaran, Joaquin Troncoso, Hugo Rucco, Parth Sangvi, Maria Marikanaki, India Begland, Miriam Armour, the candidates for the Master of Engineering degree in the Department of Material Science and Engineering are Hao Luen, Bing Chen, Quan Chi Lin, Su Ouyang, Xiaoyu Yu, Yuo Mong, Alvina Kam, Jokai Jean. Paul Ivan Seraldi. The candidates for the Master of Engineering degree in the Department of Mechanical Engineering are
Scout Hyde, Gaoge Zhu, Kumudra Ong, Mattia Bilisu, Rémi Denoyer, Louis Dutresson, Joël Dupont, Charlotte Chapelier, Mrunan Sarvaya, Shreyas Bunaya, Mikio David, Mason Friedberg, Tegab Mekonnen, Andrew Louis, Joshua Peterson, Jennifer Golden, Elizabeth Foster, Jay Lin, Jianying Hu, Jack Gibbons, Elizabeth Gomes, Joshua McKeeve, Meng Pang, Chidon Chow, Zhang Ping, Shuchan Li, Ji Shu, Harsh Raj Chawan, Nicholas Lepore, Stefana Zavali, Arnaud Dien, Mathieu Mias, Juan Pablo Vo, Prasad Gaikwad, Gordon Lee, Tianyi Eric Chen, Haonan Hu, Bingzheng Wang, Chen Munyuan, Zihang Li, Gay Zhu, Zheng Cheng Hao, Jikai Lu, Ziwei Zhang, Stephen Shengchen Chen, Zhe Zhu, Zhenyu Tian, Zhijiong Huang, Haoyuan Tan, Yidi Wang, Hongjian Liao, Liang Dong, Yihong Yu, Jiwei Lin, Yu Zhang, Haoyuan Zhu, Bai Zhang, Haoling Li, Richi Go, Jingbo Yang, Jingying He, Xianxing Zhang, Liesel Fernando, Jonathan Rogers, Arnold Young, Aaron Ong, Byron Ho, John Young. Jordan Francis. Patrick Lai. Christian Theodore Sigurdsson. Oh.
Candidates for the Master of Engineering degree in the Department of Nuclear Engineering are
Scott Hart. Inkiruka Menakiti. Zihao Zhang. Cheng Zhang. Catherine Abgar. Kelsey Amundsen. James Bailey.
Please join me in congratulating all the 365 Master of Engineering students this year.
Good? All right, congratulations to the Masters of Engineering graduates. We now turn our attention to the Masters of Advanced Study and the Masters of Science candidates, who will be introduced by their program advisor or their department chairs. We start with the candidates of Masters of Advanced Study in Integrated Circuits degree, introduced by the program advisor, Vladimir Stoyanovich. They will be followed by candidates for the Master of Science in Applied Sciences and Technology by Professor Juncho Wu. So the floor is yours, Vladimir.
Okay, Dean Liu, the candidates for the degree of Master of Advanced Study in Integrated Circuits are Glenn Kewley and Sarah Brooks. Junchao Wu, Chair of Graduate Group of Applied Science and Technology, will present the next round of candidates.
Dean Liu, the candidate for the degree Master of Science from the graduate group in Applied Science and Technology is Omar Ashur. Okay. Knowing them. So then next one. Okay.
The floor is yours, Dan.
Why, thank you. Dean Liu, the candidate for the degree of Master of Science from the Department of Bioengineering, who could not be with us today, is Zainab Ali. Now, Chair James Demmel and Associate Chair Jeff Bokor of our Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences will present the next round of candidates.
So, Dean Liu, the candidates for the degree of Masters of Science from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences are Aaron C., David Zhang, Kevin Chiang, Dripian Patnaik, Amin Torabs, Kurosh Hakamamenshi, Ramasubramanian Balasubramanian, James Smith, Brenton Chu, Lara McConaughey, Forrest Finnegan, Evan Finnegan, Margaret Blackwell, Samantha Cody, Anna Brockway, Karen Tran, Vedant Saran, Samvit Jain, Stephen Chen, Dylan Dreyer, Benjamin Ka, Nikhil Sharma, Christopher Correa, McCain Andrews, Rachel Zul, Kyle Kovacs, Ehimar Akoyaman, Prasant Ganesh, Andrew Liu, Kunal Chudari, David Tseng, Jack Sullivan, Katie Liu, Samantha Watgala, David Wang, Michael Dong, so, Max Shen, Chair of the Department of Electrical Engineering and Operations Research, will present the next round of candidates.
Dean Liu, the candidates for the degree of Master of Science from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research are Washika Benzo, Omil Baniel Manasawala, Yan from Boni, Jonathan Ong, Andrew Dean, Ram Mom, Darren Chazan, Chair of the Department of Material Science and Engineering, will present the next round of candidates.
Dean Liu, the candidate for the degree Master of Science from the Department of Material Science and Engineering are Jack Peterson, Andrew Sweet, Ruji Shaw, Zhen Yi Lin, Martin Ciron, Roberto Horowitz, Chair of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, will present the next round of candidates.
Dean Liu, the candidates for the Masters of Science degree in the Department of Mechanical Engineering are Neil Ramirez, Parsa Taleb, Samuel Cabrera, Albert Lin, Nicolas Castrillon, Zachary Yun, Emma McClure, Michael Kelly, Abdullah Quran, Xian Luna, Megan Bach, Lua Warner, Yara Mubarak, Serat Katsemanian, Carl Kantinwala, Jalmik Prabhu, Richard Didham, Daniel Zhu, Philip Downey, Aldo Suseno, Caterina Malojari, Garrett Corcoran, Huaran Zhu, Charles Friesen, Peter Hosman, Chair of the Department of Nuclear Engineering, will present the next round of candidates.
Dean Liu, the candidate of the degree of Master of Science from the Department of Nuclear Engineering is Daryl Stepter. Mark Stacy, Chair of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, will present the next round of candidates.
Dean Liu, the candidates for the Masters of Science in Civil and Environmental Engineering are Pedram Vasatazad, Pablo Escona, I didn't get a card. You have a card? Arman Arayana, Andrew Pena, Mauricio Pereira Clark, Steve Peruganen, Homero de Toledo Sobrinho, Leonardo Andriono, Cindy Chi, Bowen Shu, Keshin Chen, Yifan Gao, Wen Tang, Li Wei Ji, Aichain Shen, Dan Xiao, Lu Zhang, Jin Tan Zhao, Ling Yi Xiu, Zachary Carroll, Jean-Paul Wallace, Catherine Kealoha Lee, Arthur Zheng, Edmund Yi, Bavisha Kalyan, Bingnan Li, Sierra Spencer, Tristan Metz, Simon Aldebaer, Hugo Bassett, Ho Young Lee, Junyoung Kim, Roy Abdullahi, Yadvindra Lukot, Christian Jonathan, Noriaka Naruse, Leon Zhou, Raymond Yu, Mohammed Sam Hakam, Nora Jamale, Snaya Shahi, Yushin Zhao, Wei Hui Shan, Yuhan Wang, Jason Lin, Jian Xiaopu, Fan Zhang, Jingwei Zhu, Chang Ma, Shan Xiao, Xiwan Xiao, Xianhu Wu, Anqi Zhang, Sheiwan Lin, Cassandra Trickett, Danielle Charleston, Melissa Hassler, Remy Radereau, Carteret Lawrence, Ashfath Kunadi, Ariane Dubois, Yasmin Yavari Bajistani, Matt Turlock, Young Shea, Elizabeth O'Hara Hurley, Michael McAvoy, Eric Garcia, Audrey Ghazali, Matthew Suzaki, Jill Dressler, Christina Highland, Whitney Jones, Shelby Witherby, Kathleen Kirsch, Andrea Morgan, Gabriel Gaspar, Andrew Ng, Alexander Young. Soliver Fusi. Paul Entwistle. Elisa Lawrence. Ling Yang. Aditya Pokolai. Jose Tomas Diaz Casanueva. Nathan Harrison. Jennifer Laybourne. Julia Villanueva. Dingshin Chai. Taylor Onizuka. Kevin McFadden. Scott Yale. Sabiyusachi Mowar. Christopher Vine. Matt Ryan. John Ayub. Kaylee Liu. Chung Yushun. Andrew Camacho. Eric B. Tianhao Zhao. Christopher Nikas. Aaron Zimmerman. Madeline Downing. Xinyi Qian. Hong Chin. Yvonne Wangari. Radhika George. Sili Kong. Mingyuan Young. Jilin Song. Vincent Figuera. Pierre Melikov. Nicholas Ivan. Jingzhou Zhang. Dejia Zheng. Luyu Chen. Jeremy Ko. Henry Tang. Armando Domingos. Go Chao Won. Yunduan Lin. Zhe Fu. Zhao Yun Chang. Yingying Chen. Chenhua Lao. Liang Zhang. Weifan Zhu. Yuan Tian. Kaixing Ding. Kui Tan. Monica Lee. Bing Yi Fan. Chase Suerho. Noemi Kaya Lok Haki Kuo Lam. Samantha Eng. Jessica Richard. Bryant Gunawan. Daniel Lin. Lucas Giovanni Alberto Gabalto Borghese. David Yermian. Jinyun Zhao. Han Liu. Bingbing Liu. Fangshu Guo. Yi Li. Jingying Zhan. Andrew McHale. Anthony DeMaio. Zoher Sulfakar. Oh, sorry. Actually, it's me. I was rolling. We had a lot to get through. Ready? Eric Roberts. Kot Seder. Lynette Prasad. Clay Harmon. Albin Nappet. Mark Toro. Wanshi Hu. Monica Meng. Ziwei Guo. Alexander Knott. Damalola Taiwo. Lillian Gonzala Arachega. Juan Pablo Mendez Ruz. Julia Scagliotti. Anu Kuncheria. Divya Somasi. Kaishav Kothari. Syed Imam. Salim Al-Rabadi. Omar Natuf. Alina Zaki. Anandaram Murugasamy. Tomas Kowalczyk. Mayank Batra. Jeremy Halpern. Dimitrios Valhoyanis. Patrick Ryan. Nadim Hamad. Ziad Yassin. Charles Chen. Xi Wan Feng. Gao Feng Su. Congratulations to all of our Masters of Science recipients.
So congratulations to you all. We now turn to our Masters of Translational Medicine candidates, who will be introduced by Professor Dan Fletcher, Chair of our Department of Bioengineering, and Moose O'Donnell, the Executive Director of the MTM program.
Yes. Dean Liu, the candidates for the degree of Master of Translational Medicine are Ikena Brown, Mark Guten, David Dallas Orr, Justin Olshavsky, Orko Shaw, Lindsay Axelrod, Tatiana Jansen, Megan Cable, Raquel Ixuero Albero, Elizabeth Rebholz, Maria de Azevedo, Madeline Krinick, Grant Pemberton, Jack Jung, Leah Abraha, Audrey Denman, Allison Cobble, Roxanne De Leon, Peggy Yuyun Ho, Kendra Sellers, Samson Peter, Cole Cuthbert, Jack Wang, Supada Lurpiniwang, Sean Huang, Yehan Hu, Jiali Lei, thank you, Sunaina Santhaviran. That's it. Congratulations, all of you.
All right, we're proud of this fine group of graduates. Congratulations to you all. Let's give one round of applause. So we're now going to confer the doctoral degrees. Vice Provost Doyle can come to the lectern, please.
The doctoral degree is the highest academic degree awarded by a university upon completion of original research resulting in a major thesis that adds to the knowledge base in a discipline. We're delighted to recognize these candidates for their extraordinary achievement. Will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please rise? In my authority as Vice Provost for Graduate Studies of the University of California, Berkeley, I grant you the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Please be seated. Congratulations on your accomplishment.
All right. In keeping with academic tradition, we will place the hood signifying the doctoral degree over the head of each candidate. The hood's dark blue velvet border represents the doctoral degree, and its blue and gold satin lining indicates that the degree is awarded by the University of California. Candidates will be introduced by Dean Tsu-Jae King Liu and Executive Associate Dean Phil Kaminsky. They will come forward and be joined by their faculty advisor, who will present the hood. We start with the candidates of the graduate group, Applied Science and Technology.
Okay, the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the graduate group in Applied Science and Technology are Boris Lowe, who will be hooded by his advisor, Philip Colella. Jonathan Morris, who will be hooded by his advisor, Professor Graham Fleming. Kasra Naruzi, who will be hooded by Professor David Atwood, advised by Professor Roger Falcone. Zachary Phillips, advised by Professor Waller, and will be hooded by Professor Laura Waller. Ali Madani, advised by Professor Mohammed Mofrad, who will be hooding him. Chuan Wei Li, advised by Professor Shang Zhang and hooded by Professor Jie Yao. We will now introduce our next round of PhD candidates from the Department of Bioengineering.
The candidate for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Bioengineering are Mark Chulian, advised and hooded by Dorian Liepman and Jeff Bokor. Give it to me. Bu Chao Lu, advised and hooded by Michelle Maharbis. Cameron Nemeth, advised and hooded by Tajal Desai. Adam Rao, advised by Shubha Roy, hooded by Tajal Desai. Natalie Korn, advised by John Kubiatowicz, hooded by Steve Connolly. Zini Zhou, advised and hooded by Steve Connolly. Nicole Repina, advised by David Schaefer, hooded by Steve Connolly. Andrew Bremer, advised by David Schaefer, hooded by Amy Hare. Stacy Lee, advised and hooded by Sanjay Kumar. Philip Kang, advised and hooded by Sanjay Kumar and David Schaefer. Daniel Heim Friedman, advised and hooded by Dan Fletcher. Daniel Silversmith, advised and hooded by Dan Fletcher. Jilong Gu, advised by Hao Li, hooded by Dan Fletcher. We will now introduce the next round of PhD candidates from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering.
Okay, the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering are Elizabeth Hausler, who is being hooded in arrears by her advisor, Professor Nicholas Sitar. Emily Marin, advised and hooded by Professor David Sedlak. Aiden Cicchetti, advised and hooded by Professor David Sedlak. Sarah Gushgari, advised and hooded by Professor Lisa Alvarez Cohen. Scott Miller, advised and hooded by Professor Cara Nelson. Karina Alejandra Chavarria, advised and hooded by Professor Cara Nelson. Erica Furmeister, advised and hooded by Professor Cara Nelson. Nayla Pierre-Louise, advised and hooded by Professor James Rector. Hussein Al-Salam, advised and hooded by Professor Peter Petrov. Daniel Miller, advised and hooded by Professor Jack Maley. John Hardesty, advised and hooded by Professor Jack Maley. Chao Mao, advised and hooded by Professor Max Shen. Zhou Zheng, advised and hooded by Professor Stephen Glazer. Sudhata Mohanty, advised and hooded by Professor Michael Cassidy and Professor Alexei. Yingjie Wu, advised and hooded by Professor Khalid Masalam. Nigel Blampier, advised and hooded by Professor Iris Tomalin. Sun Xiang Zeng, advised and hooded by Professor Bao Xia Mi. Yuan Li, advised and hooded by Professor Slav Hermanovich. Henry Kagi, advised and hooded by Professor Slav Hermanovich. Reagan Patterson, advised and hooded by Professor Robert Harley. Alex Anderson Connolly, advised and hooded by Professor Fotina Chow. Michelle Hummel, advised and hooded by Professor Mark Stacy. Tiange Li, advised and hooded by Professor Xiaofan Li. We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Electrical Engineering and Computer Sciences are not ready. Fotis Eliopoulos, advised and hooded by Alistair Sinclair. Pasin Manurangsi, advised by Luca Trevisan and Prasad Raghavendra, hooded by Luca Trevisan. And Prasad Raghavendra. Peihan Miao, advised and hooded by Sanjam Garg. Aaron Schild, advised and hooded by Satish Rao and Nikhil Srivastava. Paul Riggy, advised and hooded by Bora Nikolic. Palak Bhushan, advised and hooded by Claire Tomlin. Jaime Fernandez Fisak, advised and hooded by Shankar Sastry, Claire Tomlin, and Anka Dragan. Sandy Huan, advised and hooded by Anka Dragan and Peter Abil. Andrew Michaels, advised and hooded by Eli Yablanovich. Tianyao Xiao, advised and hooded by Eli Yablanovich. Eric Yeshwan Chang, advised and hooded by Elad Alon. Yi Wu, advised and hooded by Stuart Russell. Yuhuan Kang, advised and hooded by Vladimir Stoyanovich. Taehwan Kim, advised and hooded by Vladimir Stoyanovich. Nandish Mehta, advised and hooded by Vladimir Stoyanovich. Krishna Tej Setaluri, advised and hooded by Vladimir Stoyanovich. Jason Poon, advised and hooded by Seth Sanders. Nishita Deka, advised and hooded by Vivek Subramanian. Michael Anderson, advised and hooded by David Culler. Shi Zhang, advised and hooded by Sujay King Liu. Yan Kai Lin, advised and hooded by Chen Ming Hu and Saif Salahuddin. Cesar Torres, advised and hooded by Eric Palos. Amy Pavel, advised and hooded by Bjorn Hartman. Ali Moeen, advised and hooded by Jan Rabai and Elad Alon. Kay Shankari, advised and hooded by David Culler and Randy Katz. Sarah Chasins, advised and hooded by Ross Bowden. Pichaya Podalimtana, advised and hooded by Russ Bodick and Kathy Elliott. Yeon Lee, advised and hooded by Ali Niknajad. Payam Delgosha, advised and hooded by Venkat Anaratham and Ali Niknajad. Raphael Topinamba Dutra, as advised and hooded by Kaushik Sen. Efthimios Papayouriou, advised and hooded by Bernard Bozer. Mark Heddick, advised by Ali Javi. hooded by Ming Wu. Mateen Amani, advised by Ali Javi, hooded by Ming Wu. Kevin Cook, advised and hooded by Connie Chang Hasne. Frank Ong, advised and hooded by Michael Lust.
No, but if I could get you to hold the polls, that'd be great. Or just one of them.
Got it. Sorry.
Natish Moore, advised and hooded by John Kubitowicz. I'm sorry? Oh. Lee Hao Ye, advised and hooded by Laura Waller. Michael Chen, advised and hooded by Laura Waller. Anand Padmana Ba Iyer, advised and hooded by Jan Stoika. Tianxi Wang, advised and hooded by Jajit Roy Chowdhury. Shadi Hassan, advised and hooded by Eric Brewer. Jordan Freitas, advised and hooded by Eric Brewer. Matthew Weber, advised and hooded by Edward Lee. Shramona Ghosh, advised by Sanjit Seshia and Alberto Sangiovanni Vincentelli, hooded by Sanjit Seshia. Eric Kim, advised by Sanjit Seshia and Murat Archak, hooded by Sanjit Seshia. Rebecca Roloffs, advised by Ben Recht and Jim Demel, hooded by Ben Recht. Oriana Demasi, advised by Ben Recht and Jim Demel, hooded by Ben Recht. Ross Bozer, advised and hooded by Ben Recht. Tomas Harnoja, advised by Sergey Levine and Peter Abil, and hooded by Sergey Levine and Peter Abil. Alex Lee Hen Kwang, advised and hooded by Peter Abil and Sergey Levine. Chelsea Finn, advised and hooded by Sergey Levine and Peter Abil. David Burnett, advised and hooded by Chris Pista. Daniel Drew, advised and hooded by Chris Pista. Brian Van Stralen, advised and hooded by Phil Colella. Dong Yu Kim, advised and hooded by Krista Asanovic and Jonathan Bachrach. Adam Israelowitz, advised by Jonathan Bachrach and Krista Asanovic, hooded by Jonathan Bachrach. Anurag Khandelwal, advised and hooded by Jan Stoika. Daniel Crankshaw, advised and hooded by Joseph Gonzalez. Mitar Milutinovic, advised by Don Sang, hooded by Joseph Gonzalez. Robert Nishihara, advised and hooded by Michael Jordan. Chi Jin, advised and hooded by Michael Jordan. Warren He, advised by Don Sang, hooded by Vern Paxson. Frank Lee, advised and hooded by Vern Paxson. Austin Murdoch, advised and hooded by Vern Paxson. Michael McCoy, advised and hooded by David Wagner. Josh Tobin, advised and hooded by Peter Abil. Deepak Pathak, advised and hooded by Trevor Darrell and Alexi Efros. Evan Shellhammer, advised and hooded by Trevor Darrell. Lisa Ann Hendricks, advised and hooded by Trevor Darrell. Wei Cheng Kuo, advised and hooded by Jitendra Malik. Ka Lee, advised and hooded by Jitendra Malik. Pana Felsen, advised and hooded by Jitendra Malik. Bi Chen Wu, advised and hooded by Kurt Koitzer. Peter Jin, advised and hooded by Kurt Koitzer. We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research.
Right. The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Industrial Engineering and Operations Research are E.G. Yong Lee, advised and hooded by Professor Max Shen. Sheng Liu, advised and hooded by Professor Max Shen. Ying Cao, advised and hooded by Professor Max Shen. Tuche Gurik, advised and hooded by Professor Phil Kaminsky. Kuiko Span, advised and hooded by Professor Dorit Hochbaum. We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Materials Science and Engineering.
Okay. The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Materials Science and Engineering are Shuren Lin, advised and hooded by Ji Yao. Shuai Lo, advised and hooded by Ji Yao. Yang Deng, advised and hooded by Ji Yao. Rajan Kumar, advised and hooded by Oscar Dubon and Vivek Subramani. Kelly Thurston, advised and hooded by Rob Ritchie. Sahar Seremi, advised and hooded by Lane Martin. Ron Gao, advised and hooded by Lane Martin. Stephen Alvarez Rivera, advised and hooded by Jay Groves. Daniel Broberg, advised and hooded by Mark Asta. Yao Tsai, advised and hooded by Mark Asta and Matt Sherber. We will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Mechanical Engineering.
The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Mechanical Engineering are Jipeng Chi, advised and hooded by Professor Connie Chang has 9. Shahana Hayes, advised and hooded by Professor Tariq Zodi. Changyun Park, advised and hooded by Professor Tariq Zodi. Arun Hayday, advised and hooded by Professor Andrew Packard. Wenyu Lee, advised and hooded by Professor Michael Franklak. Oh, Professor Andrew Packard. Hugo Rosolia, advised and hooded by Professor Francesco Borelli. Bo Yang, advised and hooded by Professor Grace O'Connell. Sarah Frank, advised by Professor Sean Shadden, hooded by Professor Grace O'Connell. Semi Bezji, advised and hooded by Professor Grace O'Connell. Hannah Budinoff, advised and hooded by Professor Sarah McMains. Bodhi Yuan, advised and hooded by Professor Sarah McMains. Sagji Saduji, advised and hooded by Professor Tony Keaveney. Audrey Ford, advised by Professor Lisa Pruitt and hooded by Professor Tony Keaveney. Oh my gosh. Yongxiang Fan, advised and hooded by Professor Masayoshi Tamazuka. Daisuke Karneshi, advised and hooded by Professor Tamazuka. Chung Peng, advised and hooded by Professor Tamazuka. Li Ting Sun, advised and hooded by Professor Tamazuka. Wei Jan, advised and hooded by Professor Tamazuka. Sushrut Pandey, advised and hooded by Professor Panos Papadopoulos. Elisa Novelia, advised and hooded by Professor Oliver O'Reilly. Hyun-Tek Kim, advised and hooded by Professor Oliver O'Reilly. Su-Chan Chung, advised and hooded by Professor Hayden Taylor. Hannah Gramling, advised and hooded by Professor Hayden Taylor. Bernard Kim, advised and hooded by Professor Paul Wright. Andrea Piquel, advised and hooded by Professor Chris Dames. James Shaw, advised and hooded by Professor David Oslander. Latian Wang, advised and hooded by Professor Kostas Grigoropoulos. Rubens Salsa, advised and hooded by Professor Phai Ma. Takeshi Hayasaka, advised and hooded by Professor Li Wei Lin. Renshao Xu, advised and hooded by Professor Li Wei Lin. Nathan Poon, advised and hooded by Professor Humayun Kazaruni. Amin Gufari, advised and hooded by Professor David Boji. Nagar Mayer, advised and hooded by Professor Roberto Horowitz. Cheng-Ru Wu, advised and hooded by Professor Roberto Horowitz. Matthew Wright, advised and hooded by Professor Roberto Horowitz. Dre Helms, advised and hooded by Professor Van Carey. Andrew Sablehouse, advised and hooded by Professor Alice Agagino. Sonia Travaglini, advised and hooded by Professor Alice Agagino. I will now introduce our next round of candidates from the Department of Nuclear Engineering. The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy from the Department of Nuclear Engineering are Naimeka Namani, advised and hooded by Professor Carl Van Bibber, with help. Mario Ortega, advised and hooded by Professor Rachel Slayball. Daniel Wooten, advised and hooded by Professor Max Frattoni. Milish Atz, advised and hooded by Professor Max Frattoni. Daniel Hellfeld, advised and hooded by Professor Kai Vetter. Stephen Scott Parker, advised and hooded by Professor Peter Hoseman. James Kendrick, advised and hooded by Professor Per Peterson. Dane Duvet, advised and hooded by Professor Per Peterson. Christopher Pereski, advised and hooded by Professor Per Peterson. And Sandra Boketich, advised and hooded by Professor Jasmina Vucic. All right. To all of our distinguished Doctor of Philosophy graduates from across the colleges, congratulations.
All right, this is the time we've been waiting for, the end. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2019. You're now and forever Berkeley engineers and graduates of the finest public university in the nation, one of the top engineering schools in the world. Be proud. So remember these years at Berkeley with fondness. Stay in touch with each other and with us through contacts noted in your program. We hope that you'll come back and share your experiences and impart your knowledge to those students who follow you. So now to close today's program, we have singers from the UC Men's Chorale who will perform Fight for California.
Our sturdy golden bear is watching from the skies, looks down upon our colors fair and guards us from his lair. Our banner's gold and blue, the symbol on it too means fight for California through and through. Southward skirting for the fray, we'll strive for victory. There all at martyrs' feet will lay that rain, and brawn will win the day. Our mighty son so true will strive for us anew and fight for California through and through. Go Bears!
So this concludes our master's and doctoral commencement ceremony. You're invited to go to the receptions held by your individual departments of the College of Engineering, the locations of which are listed in your program. So in closing, I'd like to wish you best wishes and go Bears. Come on, louder. Go Bears. For Stanford, go Bears. Come on.